Witcher 4 is undoubtedly one of the games that fans most crave, especially after the incredible games that are The Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk. Yes, beyond the fact that Cyberpunk may not be everything that CD Projekt Red promised, and the fact that in its initial release it came out with a lot of bugs, it doesn't mean that it isn't a really very good game. Therefore, expectations are very high regarding the next installment of the Witcher universe. A few weeks ago, we had news regarding the previous developers of both games, The Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk, leaving CD Projekt Red to form their own studio. Let me tell you everything and what it means for The Witcher 4 and possible future games from the studio. But first, if you enjoy this content, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like for more. Now, moving on to the news, it all started when, as I told you before, some of the developers who contributed in very important areas in both games, such as Cyberpunk and The Witcher 3, left CD Projekt Red to create their own studio. And not only that, but they would start working on a new AAA game. The new studio is called Rebel Wolves, and it really makes us wonder if this is a good or bad thing. The answer may vary, but taking into account that these developers were very present in the construction of several important aspects of both games, such as the secondary missions, their departure from the studio raises certain doubts in me regarding the future of Witcher. Konrad Tomaskiewicz, game director on The Witcher 3 and co-director for Cyberpunk 2077, more specifically, is the one who founded and started the new studio called Rebel Wolves. The new game they're making is a dark fantasy game using Unreal Engine 5. Rebel Wolves is made up of CD Projekt Red veterans, so even this new game they're making has a lot going for it, especially if it's made by these people. In order to create truly great games, we won't chase trends or numbers, says Zamalek. Our goal is clearly defined: to create memorable games, tell moving stories, and evoke visceral emotions. It's ambitious, true, and I'm glad it is. Art needs ambition. I don't want to create another game. I want to work on titles people will remember. So what does this mean for The Witcher 4 and CD Projekt Red? It's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't think this will harm and compromise future games, but it does make me think and doubt a little about the final product. But as I say, I don't think it means that The Witcher 4 is going to be bad or anything like that, just that the departure of these developers may mean changes in it. Personally, I maintain faith that CD Projekt Red is going to deliver us a quality product, and even more so when it comes to its best-known IP, The Witcher. Both Cyberpunk and The Witcher 3 are very good games, and that is partly because of their secondary missions and various aspects that these people put together to give us a masterpiece. This may mean that there will be changes, as I said before, but not necessarily bad ones. I think we should be attentive to both what Rebel Wolves has to offer and what CD Projekt Red is preparing with The Witcher 4. In the end, we could even have a double prize, and most importantly, with very good quality standards. Let's remember that these people know what they are doing, and if they decided to make this change, it was for a reason. And when there is passion behind it, the final product can be something very good. Among the words of Rebel Wolves stands out: we want to evolve the CRPG genre by creating unforgettable stories, all while working as a tightly knit team united by a shared goal and ambition. We want to stay small and agile, a place where people know and care for each other. It is undeniable that the stories told in The Witcher and Cyberpunk are of top quality, so it doesn't seem crazy to me to think that we could receive two quality products in terms of narrative and gameplay in the future. Some say that this does not represent a very big change in regard to the future of The Witcher 4 and the future of CD Projekt Red being simply a change. Only the future will tell what will happen with these games. In any case, this does not take away my enthusiasm for The Witcher 4 and all the expectations that we can have regarding this game. And knowing all this now, in addition to the wait for The Witcher 4, we have to wait to see what this new studio will give us, and if it is at the level of these masterpieces. On the other hand, it is normal to think that this new game that Rebel Wolves is going to make is going to be just as ambitious as Cyberpunk and The Witcher were. But in my case, I would not expect something as big as these last games. Anyway, you never know. And finishing with this topic and telling you what I think about this, the reason why The Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk are so good is thanks to the narrative, artistic design, and other design issues that these people were part of. Since they are not there anymore, I would be lying if I said that this does not raise some doubts in me as to whether the game can lower its level. But thinking about CD Projekt Red, being the studio that it is, I do not think they will give us something mediocre, knowing what The Witcher 4 means to all fans. But hey, that's simply my opinion. If you liked this video and enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. For my part, that was all. Until the next video,